Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
All right, guys, welcome back. This is my Alpha 40 League deck. I'll put in the comments or the description the rules because it's pretty specific. Like, for example, Time Twister, you can only choose Ancestral, Time Walk, Time Twister, Wheel of Fortune, Time Vault. So there's like 6 cards in that little category they have. You can only pick one. Black Lotus, you can only pick one of the Moxes, Black Lotus, Soul Ring, that's all in the mix. And you can only pick one in Mana Vault. What that means is you can't have all the Moxes like in regular old school, right? And they did this because it made the game more fair because Alpha 40 originally, as you guys have seen with the blue Vice deck, basically kills you in turn 1. It's absolutely no fun to play with because it just kills you every time when you have unlimited amount of cards. So the Blue Vice deck had like 6 Black Lotuses and 9 Sapphires and 12 Ancestral Recalls. The game was not fair. So what this deck is I wanted to play with Fungusaur. I know. Fungusaur. What is this thing? I've always been like wondering how in the world does Fungusaur actually become growing? And so there's a card called Prodigal Sorcerer. It's a common, and you can use as many commons as you want. You can actually do 10 of these if you wanted to, but I choose 4. And it's really cool because you can tap to do 1 damage to any target. So I can basically make the Fungusaur grow a lot without dying because it says without dying. Then I have a card called Rod of Ruin, which basically does 1 damage. Kind of expensive, but I wanted just an artifact just to kind of be in there too. And another card, let's see, another way you can do it is, well, you can also do other things like, so the idea is to grow the Fungusaur and get it bigger. So that's kind of the Timmy in me, right? But it actually did pretty well. Like I won my pod 2-1 for the 3 games I played, the 3 matches, and yeah, I mean Dennis is here also. He's still here. They're still here, and yeah, I mean it won in my pod, but barely won some games. There's also these. I think it's almost a requirement for every Alpha 40 deck. You have to have Jade Statue. This is a 3/6 that basically becomes a creature for 4 mana, but you have to pay 2 to make it a creature. And it only becomes a creature the duration of attack exchange. Can be a creature only during attack or defense. So you can't Wrath of God it because on your main phase, right, a guy can attack, you can defend. Then on your next main phase, second main phase, you can Wrath creatures. The problem with that is it's not a creature anymore. It's still an artifact. Obviously vulnerable to disenchant, stuff like that. And also you can't control magic the card because it's not a creature anymore. Because it's control magic is really probably the most important card in old school also, or this Alpha 40. It's really cool. Then you also have Steel Artifact. This card is really powerful. Everybody uses artifacts in this format. So Juggernauts, stuff like that. Also take away their icy manipulators, which is really big. So there's a lot of variety, a lot of ways you can use that card. So it's kind of a control deck in a way. There's no counter spells. I felt counters double blue would have been too difficult because I also have a Brain Geyser, obviously. I chose that versus Jade Tome, and there's another card you could pick. You can pick one, so I chose that. I chose Icy. Obviously, you get one Regrowth. Regrowth is a superstar because you can keep regrowth. You can regrowth back the Time Twister, and actually, this deck is this deck is definitely a mid-range long game deck because you got to grow the Fungusaur, be in complete control, right? Mana wise, I have 8 forests, 8 islands, and then I have a tropical, which basically makes it 9, basically, right? So that's really nice. I have 1 lotus, obviously. So that's, let's see, 9. Mana base is important here, guys. Always care about this. 9, 8, 17, 18. But what's important here is I have wild growth, 1. That's a ramper. And I have 3 birds. So technically, I have 21 sources in a way. It's not a true source, but turn 1 birds is gold, right? And you're ramping really fast. So then I got obviously the classic Chaos Orb. I thought that was really important. Obviously, I'm not playing white. I can't use Armageddon. I think that was on the list. Chaos Orb is really useful. 1 giant growth, 1. And now this has 43 cards. You're probably wondering, Dan, why not just 40? Make it more efficient. Well, I thought about that. And I couldn't take away the Berserks. I can't really thin down the mana base. I guess you could take away Rod of Ruin. The problem with not having Rod of Ruin, though, and I didn't opt for another Particle Sorcerer, which maybe I could, but it's just because I can copy. I can actually copy Artifact. This is another important card. The Rod of Ruin, and just have 2 Rod of Ruins, right? Or copy someone's Jade statue. So it was hard. I don't know. Maybe, what do you guys think? Why not have more Giant Growths? Why not have Giant Growths, Berserk, and go for the kill? No, I didn't want to do that because this deck isn't designed to do that. This isn't really a Giant Growth, Berserk, Jade statue beatdown deck. If I wanted to do that, I would have had, this has more control, right? Because I think if I'm not playing Fungusaur and Prodigal Sorcerer or Rod of Ruin, I'm basically going to go with the Jade statue, Giant Growth, Beatdown, Berserk, or even the birds, right? Can I go birds? Same thing. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm in the top 8 playoffs for this first month. November was where we played. I got to play the top 8 here, and yeah. What do you think, Mike?
Amazing.
I was thinking about it, something different, right? And you can make this in revised. Doesn't have to be. You can proxy the Lotus. You don't have to get a Lotus, but it's only alpha. But it's when you draw these cards, you draw 8 cards because even on your play you draw. So you draw 20% of your deck effectively.
And you only need a couple to start your.
You really so ideal is forest into birds, right? And then obviously have a Lotus. Just put a Lotus. Then next turn you can ramp up into anything. The question is, when do you play Fungusaur? What's dangerous is people can play Wrath of God or Swords, the Plowshares. So I like to bait them with the Prodigal. Then have enough mana ramping and control. Because Icy Manipulator can control them. Once Icy's down, you tap on their upkeep, the Soul Ring, whatever creature, mana, and basically they don't use the mana. Right? So what I found is in this situation, I generally have been able to get mana. There's only one game where I got an island, a birds, but no way to cast the birds.
Right.
So that was a little bit more difficult game. But other than that, I've been able to get that birds. That's a nice turn. I've also had games where I can be able to draw into Brain Geyser eventually. And there's not much counterspell stuff in this game, in this format. So people aren't playing counters as much, except only certain decks. I think that guy has a Merfolk deck and he does that. So, all right, guys. Well, I'll probably do some videos of how these hands play out later. But put in the comments below. Hope you guys liked it. This is my first, the first Alpha 40 deck that I did make for the league was actually a white-blue deck, which I might show later, with Sarah Angel and all that. But this was the second deck I decided to choose. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one.
Thank you everyone for supporting our channel. It means a lot to me that you're enjoying the content we're putting out there. I have a Patreon page that supporters have access to special perks and rewards. Become a supporter at patreon.com/vintagemagic. As a patron, you receive exciting pricing on sealed product, flash sales, annual gifts, and personalized consulting services from me. Again, thank you for subscribing to our videos and supporting the channel. I love meeting players, collectors, and investors all over the world. If you see me at a Grand Prix, please come by and say hi. I would love to meet you. Thank you everyone for your support and friendship. Hey guys, it's me, Daniel with VintageMagic.com. I'm here to share with you more about our deck and set collector fulfillment service. The deck fulfillment service caters to the player. And what that basically means is if you are a player looking to fulfill your old school Magic deck, certain Power 9 or key pieces in your Vintage deck, or dual lands in your Legacy deck, we have the inventory and the resources to help you fulfill your needs. Next, we have the set collector fulfillment service. This really caters more towards the collector. Oftentimes I've been asked, hey Dan, can you help me find this specific graded card for this set? Or Dan, can you find me these 20 cards left in my beta set? It doesn't matter what you're looking for, even if it's like every single Sarah Angel possible out there, I can help you out. My resources and extensive network in Magic the Gathering, I was able to help thousands of clients all over the world fulfill their needs. I've made it my mission at VintageMagic.com to be your one-stop shop for all your collector needs. For any significant item or collection, we're able to travel anywhere in the world to meet you. The reason why my clients love this service because it saves you time. What happens is collectors and players often search all over online or vendors and they never find exactly what they're looking for. By going to us, we are the only one-stop shop who can help you with your needs. Using our service gets you exactly what you want and saves you time and money.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.